The best way to prevent scratching is to cool the skin down, and cooling gels and cooling sprays are very effective at that. The other thing you can do is to give your child a lukewarm bath, which cools the skin, and also you can actually use an antihistamine syrup in order to calm down the itching. We know that scarring is common for children with chickenpox, so more than 40% of children will scar once they've had chickenpox to different degrees. In order to prevent scarring, you have to try and stop your child scratching. So you have to cool that skin down to stop them being itchy. But often, particularly in young children, it is unavoidable. Bell's palsy is a paralysis of one side of the face, and it looks very, very dramatic, and it's obviously very upsetting, especially for a child. It can happen spontaneously, or sometimes it can follow a virus, and normally it just resolves completely naturally. Sometimes people do need medication. Whether or not it has any long-term effects really depends on the individual child and their background medical history. Chickenpox spots go through a natural evolution where they start just by looking red, then they have little blobs of fluid in them, and then they do go crusty. And that's a natural evolution over 2 to 4 days. And actually there's no way to make them dry up any quicker than they would do otherwise. It used to be very fashionable for people to have chickenpox parties where they would purposely take their child to a house where there was chickenpox so they could actually get chickenpox. Most children will get chickenpox at some point. We don't recommend that you purposely give your child chickenpox. They will get it naturally, either from nursery or from school or from a sibling. 1 in 1,000 children will suffer a complication of chickenpox, that they will actually need to go into hospital. And I think if you've purposely given your child chickenpox, that would be a very difficult thing to deal with. So I would always recommend that people just let it happen naturally.